worst part, and then it's pretty easy from
Okay.
there. And during the procedure, if we need to add numbing, we absolutely can. I already know that you're tough. There's no need to prove yourself to me.
Okay.
Just let me know if
Okay.
something's too uncomfortable and we can
Okay.
add numbing.
Hey for me. If you remember the other week, we went live with Teresa talking about CO2 treatments, and we are here watching her get it done. So if you've ever been curious about CO2, this is a great spot to ask your questions and actually see what it's all about.
Can you numb from inside your mouth? No one.
All right, Shuya, what's happening right now?
We are numbing the crap out of her.
We love numbing the crap out of people.
Now this is a very intense laser, so you want to be numb for it. Some people, but I want you to be super numb for it.
And the cheaper doing it awake is because we're not paying for anesthesia,
Exactly.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because it not too much longer than that. Now with this numbing, there is a tiny bit of epinephrine in there, so sometimes people will feel their heart race a little bit during the injection process. That's totally normal. It's just part of the numbing. But if you feel anything worse than that, you definitely let me know.
Okay.
But feeling a little bit of heart racing, a little bit of anxiety, super normal.
Okay.
And it'll go away. How I like to do things.
When I love that, like we're doing the eyes, and like that's just amazing
I'm so excited
that
for
you
the
can do
eyes.
the eyes, and
Eyes are my favorite.
yeah. So,
Teresa, I'm so excited for your results.
oh my gosh, you
I mean,
have no
a
idea,
month from now.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I have actually looked into this for years. I used to watch videos. And
One
okay.
on the left side. If it's too uncomfortable, let me know. We can always
Oh, it
adjust
smells
them.
good.
It smells way better than the you scented candle that we're all about to smell.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
scented
The you scented, yeah.
There you go. Alrighty, so we're gonna arrange and get set. Oh, and there.
I actually love that. I want people to be able to see it.
Yes.
And I sound like I'm drunk. I'm not, you guys. I cannot feel my
Very
tongue.
numb.
They're
you
like,
should not do this drunk.
yeah.
By the way.
Oh my gosh. I'm not drunk.
You would bleed a lot.
Yes.
It's like a tattoo.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So.
In the process.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Now during this, I'm going to have you, Teresa, keep your eyes closed.
Okay.
If you do feel like you need to open them at any time, just let me know.
Okay.
Raise your hand, whatever you need.
Okay.
I can. Doing okay?
Yep.
All right, awesome. So we're gonna do a little bit of lighter around the outsides, just to blend things, because you don't want any harsh lines, you know. Be like, oh yeah, you definitely had a laser there. I can see the line, you know. We don't want that. Still doing okay?
Yep.
Awesome. You can.
And then for the rest of it,
Smell over the internet. While I was pregnant, that did not go well.
oh, they're not.
It was very nauseous. It was not a good day.
I could not even handle it for pancakes now.
Yeah, like, all right, just a little bit heavier for the blending. Still doing all right? Awesome.
Yeah, Teresa, when you're like, oh, this last minute afterward, I was like, oh, no.
no.
Get on up in here with this phone.
And I don't know if we already said this, but I already know Teresa's a warrior. There's no reason that she has to tough this out. So we can add numbing whenever we need to throughout. We're going to treat her afterward as a burn victim. We're going to be giving her a very strict cleaning regimen, some very, we're sort of destroying that skin barrier, or at least traumatizing it a lot. So your skin won't be doing as great a job of keeping bacteria out, or viruses, or even heat. So that's why we have you keep a lot of ointment over the top, so that it acts as a temporary barrier to keep bacteria, viruses, that sort of thing out. And also the Tylenol if you like.
Okay.
And in a few days when the dead skin starts to kind of slough off, usually it's not the pain, it's the itchiness that drives people
Oh,
nuts. You know
yeah.
how like after you get a sunburn and
Yes.
it all starts peeling, that
Yes.
itch is unbearable. That's really the frustrating part. So during that phase of the, skin falling off and itchy, that whole thing, Benadryl or Zyrtec,
Okay.
something like that, and that usually helps a ton.
Got some new faces joining live. We are doing a CO2 treatment with Teresa Collins. Do you have any questions?
Kind of keep your eyes closed. Let me worry about all the rest. Now, because we're doing the eyelids, it will swell up quite a lot.
You can check out formdermspa.com. So typically it takes, 3 to 6 of those lighter energy lasers to equal one of these treatments. So it really depends on where you're at with what you're wanting. If maybe you're a little younger and you're just kind of wanting to maintain and prevent, a lighter energy laser will be perfect for you. Levels of treatment. Great questions, guys. I love it.
Yeah, keep them coming. Removing tissue, we're not cutting anything out. We're not repositioning tissue like you would surgically. This is just tightening the skin, promoting collagen production, getting rid of dark spots, things like that. So it's not the same as surgery, but it's kind of heading that direction, This is the core CO2 laser. So it is CO2, so it is ablative. This is just a really quality device that is going to give you very accurate treatment. So with something like this, the difference between this and a burn wound, we know exactly how deep it's treating on the skin, which should be enough to treat pigment. How are you feeling so far?
I'm really good.
You're a champ. A little differently, and then for sure all of the stuff that we add on, like the PRP, total game changer. I love PRP on top of CO2. We include really good skincare products for your recovery when you do a full face CO2. Because Botox works by Botox Dysport, any of those products work by weakening the muscle contraction, which yes, the muscle contraction is part of what's causing the wrinkles, but around the mouth, a lot of the wrinkles there are caused by skin damage. And so Botox can only get you so far with that. So for those lines, this is my number one go-to, is CO2 laser treatment. So that you actually see a difference. You are doing amazing, Teresa. We are chugging right along. Because you don't want, oh, my face looks nice and young, but then it ends right there,
Yeah.
we want it to look amazing for acne scars. And then for pigmented spots, so just age spots, if you've been in the sun a lot, this is for you. It's kind of nice even for people who have either a history or a predisposition to certain skin cancers.
This can treat like pre-cancers,
Yeah,
right?
pre-cancers. It can treat some cancers as well, but I definitely want you to be seeing a dermatologist for that and making sure that you're getting any medications, other more advanced treatments that you need. But for pre-cancerous spots, this is awesome. A lot of you may have seen or had it for your face and then put you under a light for a while and it kind of burns everything off and it really hurts. this kind of takes place of that almost.
Okay.
Unfortunately, this isn't covered by insurance. Maybe one day it will be, but it isn't right now, so that's too bad.
I feel like it'll be more effective than a cream and a light.
Yeah, it's a little different, but it is helpful for treating those actinic keratosis, which is nice.
So what would you do for stretch marks?
So for stretch marks, you want something to, yes, tighten, so like profound is good. Also, you want to treat the coloration, which is a little harder. The CO2 isn't so much going to treat the red spots. It's more for treating the browns.
Okay.
So melanin. So you want something more like an NDAG or IPL or something like that to treat more of the purple coloration to those stretch marks. Good question.
What if
It's like literally a dot, and I'm gonna just kind of go to town on that and really stimulate collagen production in that spot. Hopefully raise it up a little bit.
Alicia, can you see if I
Help you cool off a little bit.
gotta be like out? Look at that towards
I'm also going to take these little fancy nose plugs out for you now and be done with those. Topically, Alicia is going to kind of put a few drops on each area, and then I'm just going to ever so gently dab it onto the areas that we've treated. And I'll do a little on the nose. And we're just going to get this everywhere. I'll have you keep your eyes closed for this part. If this gets in your eyes, it's not going to hurt you. I'll do like a few drops. But we'll kind of dry you up in a second once we have this a little more treated.
So what is it about PRP that makes it so good?
So it has nice growth factors, all this great stuff that helps the healing process. It really promotes healing. So it cuts down your healing time pretty dramatically. It also helps a lot with the comfort on the eyelid there. So it's just kind of good all around. Also, it's nice because it's your own body, it's your own product, so you can't really be allergic to it. You know? I mean, you can be allergic to yourself, but highly unlikely.
So
that's autoimmune disorders, is when you're allergic to yourself. So, but yeah, so this is a little bit nicer than putting something else on there. Let's do some on the nose.
So it can cut down on potential reactions.
Yeah. Careful to not scratch it, no matter how itchy it gets. Don't scratch it. And the reason for that is because since your body's actively healing, if you scratch, not only are you introducing more bacteria, because our fingers are filthy no matter how often you clean them, but it will cause scarring. If you scratch, you're gonna scar. So do everything you possibly can to avoid scratching. I have some people that say like, oh, there's this one spot that's just so awful and it drives me nuts. I say if you have to do something, don't scratch, grab a clean Q-tip and just kind of like tap the area that itches, you know, just sort of. And then before we're completely done, I'm just going to use a Q-tip and gently clean off her eyes.
Like the sensitivity.
So yeah. Just being gooped up all the time.
Yeah, like any pain or discomfort they felt afterwards was mostly from that.
So she's gonna look all frosted for about a week.
Like a glazed donut.
Yeah.
It must be afternoon sugar time.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, I may lose weight. I don't know if I could eat right now.
By the way, you can eat whatever you're comfortable eating.
Yeah.
No reason that you can't eat.
Did they like do a smoothie or something?
Yeah. So things that you do want to be a little bit careful of would be just like you mentioned, heat. So you can still take and then just mildly red for up to a year. Everybody heals a little bit differently, but that redness is just a normal part of the process. Again, you wear makeup over it.
So one of your followers takes it.
Just so you know, guys, but I'll be honest, like, I have the power of positivity. I always look at the good.
You sure do.
So it's all
Yeah,
good.
do you want to do some like gentle getting the eyelashes just so you don't get so much of it in your eyes.
So thorough.
We're being super careful not to be abrasive on the skin here and cause scarring. I'm gonna grab one more of these little guys here. All right.
Teresa is beautiful inside and